Will Vdar make an appearance in the next God of War game? But how can this be when the Norse saga of God of War has already come to an end? This video goes over how this is all completely possible, and also this video is going to be a part 1 for my theory on the next God of War game's storyline. And before this video begins, I want to give a quick shout out to Enrique Medrano 5128. Sorry if I destroyed your name, bud. I'm going to put your comment right here because this was the idea that got me started on these theories, so thank you, buddy, for your comment. So after the end of God of War Ragnarok and the conclusion of God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, there are still many questions unanswered and some circumstances that could have a portion of the next game or games still having something to do with the Norse realm. Just for example, after God of War Ragnarok, there are still tons of enemies still loyal to Odin after the main storyline is complete, such as the Berserkers. So what if there are more of these enemies left during the rebuilding of the realms? What if it's an army led by the god of vengeance himself, Vdar? But Shayne, how is this possible? Vdar didn't show up during the Battle of Ragnarok, and he isn't even mentioned in the games. Well, I have a couple of ideas on this, but first off, Vdar is mentioned in God of War Ragnarok with the Vdar armor set, which I personally used during my playthrough, or a couple of them, and I actually really enjoyed using it. It is a small mention, kind of like the Mani and Soul armor sets, and they are also in the games, seen right here. And do not forget how Sony Santa Monica loves to tease the players and just kind of mess with them in general. Do you remember in God of War 2018 the letters in the rafters in Kratos and Atreus' house? And they kinda spell out Loki? This is just another example. And also the comment how Vdar is not in the Battle of Ragnarok. I have a couple of theories on how this could be completely true. Actually, he was there. And how this could work out as well for the next game. And I kind of really like my last theory, so just hold on for that one. So my kind of first theory on how Vdar is in God of War Ragnarok, or at least in the Norse realm at least, is that Vdar is banished, or even abandoned by Odin. Possibly Vdar failed at a certain quest or demand from Odin, set right in front of him, and Odin was not really happy about it and kind of banished him from Asgard, and no one's really supposed to talk about him anymore. But an abandoned son does sound like more of a probable fit for some reason. Maybe because Odin is just cynical? I don't know. It is possible that Vdar was the result of an accidental pregnancy from one of Odin's Jotun lovers, and Odin didn't see how Vdar would benefit him for any reason whatsoever. Or it is possible that he was in a relationship with someone else at the time, probably Thor's mother Fjorgyn, and he didn't want anyone to find out about it. It's a little bit of a stretch, but it could work. But I personally like this next theory a lot, just because it's just way out there and a little more exciting in my opinion. So what if Vdar is a science experiment that got loose after Ragnarok? Think about it for a sec. Odin trying to make another guard by hand, someone who only obeys him and always gets the job done. Of course, in secret, kind of like a Norse Frankenstein kind of a deal. But after the death of Odin, Vdar wants revenge on Kratos, Freya, and everyone else for killing his quote-unquote father. So Vdar in Ragnarok, he could just be in some type of science lab, kind of just hanging out, and he's not quite a quote-unquote finished product quite yet. So after Ragnarok, he kind of gets loose and is like, hey, you killed my daddy. I'm gonna kick your butt. Something like that, of course. Both of these theories are kind of out there, but it could very well happen because we all have seen some crazy shit in God of War games. But either way, Vdar is back, leading legions of creatures against Kratos and the rest of the gang to fight against and change what is happening in the lands. Vdar has acquired all sorts of dark creatures from every corner of the realms, and are using his numbers to sabotage Kratos and everyone else's efforts to put the realms back in a more peaceful order. And his numbers and power continue to rise. It is hard for the new council to set the realms into a peaceful order. Kratos, Freya, and the others continue to struggle to fight back. They need help. Resources for them may have been destroyed or taken over, or maybe they are running out of people who want to get involved anymore. Either way, Kratos has to find a way to take out this new adversary, this new obstacle in the way of making peace. But Kratos needs something to give him the edge. But in order to find out what he needs, he must talk to Tyr. He has to learn to travel. So Vdar is on the hunt, and this video is going to be, like I said before, a part 1 of my theory on God of War's next game storyline. So stay tuned in closely for more crazy ass theories and maybe some good times if you're enjoying yourself here. And if you are enjoying this video, feel free to leave a like on it, because it really does help push this video out to awesome God of War fans just like yourselves. And think about subscribing for more God of War content. I really enjoy making these crazy ass theories, and I hope you guys like it too. So everyone, stay safe and happy gaming. Good night, everybody.